It was a day like any other on the Antiques Roadshow, full of fascinating finds and heartwarming stories. But even host Fiona Bruce, with all her years of experience, couldn't have predicted the comedic and ultimately jaw-dropping valuation of one particular item. This wasn't just any antique. It was a unique piece of wartime satire that perfectly captured the spirit of defiance during a dark period in history. The setting was the picturesque Royal Ballet School in Richmond, a fitting backdrop for the kind of hidden treasures that emerge on the show. Experts buzzed with anticipation, eager to examine the eclectic mix of heirlooms and curiosities brought in by hopeful guests. And then it appeared. A patriotic chamber pot that was as humorous as it was historically significant. Fiona Bruce, never one to shy away from a good laugh, couldn't help but grin as she examined the unconventional porcelain piece. "Hitler's face at the bottom of a patriotic potty?" she quipped, her eyes twinkling. "How did you come by this fine piece of china?" The guest, a woman with a warm smile and an easygoing demeanor, began to recount the story. "It belonged to a very old friend of mine who died a couple of years ago. I had to clear out his house, and I was given the pot by the executors because I requested it." Her tone suggested a genuine fondness for the item, even if she hadn't fully grasped its potential significance. Fiona, ever the keen observer, delved deeper into the pot's intricate details. "It's a marvelous thing, isn't it?" she mused, pointing out the prominent swastika emblazoned on its side. Then she read the accompanying text aloud. "Have this on Old Nasty," clearly depositing on Hitler's face here. "Another violation of Poland." So obviously, referencing moving into Poland, the crowd chuckled, appreciating the biting wit of the inscription. But the chamber pot had another secret, one that added another layer of humor and patriotic defiance. "And it plays a tune as well, doesn't it?" Fiona inquired. The owner initially thought it might play multiple tunes, but a quick demonstration revealed its true, singular anthem. Fiona, with her signature playful delivery, set the scene perfectly. "So, when you lift it up and have had a tinkle, followed by another tinkle," she paused, just as the familiar, stirring strains of Rule Britannia filled the air. The melody, a powerful symbol of British pride and resilience, seemed to emanate directly from the pot itself, eliciting laughter and applause from the onlookers. "Recognize that? Very patriotic. How brilliant!" Fiona exclaimed, her admiration for the item clearly evident. It wasn't just a chamber pot, it was a statement, a small act of rebellion captured in ceramic form. When asked if she had any idea of its worth, the owner simply shrugged. "No, nothing at all," she admitted. She did, however, offer a small clue to its provenance. "I do know that the gentleman who it belonged to, his father, was a music hall entertainer in the 1930s. This detail, while seemingly minor, hinted at a world where satire and entertainment often intertwined, even in the face of looming global conflict. But other than that, it was just in the house, and I loved it," she added, her affection for the quirky item shining through. Then came the moment everyone on Antiques Roadshow anticipates, the valuation. Fiona, with a twinkle in her eye, prepared to deliver the news. Now, the thing about this is it's clearly quite a comedy item, and you could just think it's another fancy that. But actually, I've spoken to our experts about it, and it's very rare. The guest's eyes widened in surprise. "Really?" she gasped, a hint of disbelief in her voice. Fiona elaborated, emphasizing the historical context that elevated this seemingly humorous item to a significant artifact. "It's very rare because of its date, the Second World War, this particular period when Hitler's soldiers rode into Poland, and it has quite a significant value." The host then revealed the initial valuation. It was valued at £300. The guest's reaction was surprisingly muted. She simply chuckled and replied, "And it'll still sit in our bathroom." Her nonchalance was charming, suggesting that for her, the sentimental value far outweighed any monetary worth. But Fiona, with a mischievous grin, quickly corrected herself. "It's actually £3,000. The atmosphere in the room shifted instantly. The guest's previous composure evaporated, replaced with genuine shock and utter disbelief. "Oh, it's not! No, it isn't, is it?" she exclaimed, her voice filled with a mixture of awe and surprise. The contrast between her initial reaction to £300 and her stunned response to £3,000 was priceless, capturing the very essence of the Antiques Roadshow experience. Despite the monumental jump in value, her first thought remained refreshingly grounded. "Wow, well, it'll still sit in our bathroom," she declared, prompting another wave of laughter from the audience. It was a testament to her down-to-earth nature and her clear affection for the pot itself, regardless of its monetary worth. However, the realization of its true worth quickly sparked a new consideration. "But I will tell my daughter, who will inherit everything, that she's got to keep it rather than throw it in the tip." This brought another chuckle from Fiona, who added with a laugh, "and not to use it." The guest, still reeling from the news but clearly amused by the playful warning, humorously assured her, No, my husband doesn't use it. I promise he doesn't do that." This particular Antiques Roadshow moment was more than just a valuation. It was a heartwarming reminder that history can be found in the most unexpected places, often wrapped in humor and defiance. It was a story of a quirky keepsake, a hidden gem, and the priceless reaction of an owner who cherished her unique treasure no matter what its monetary worth. And for a moment, a simple chamber pot became a symbol of national spirit, a piece of living history that continues to entertain and surprise. Do you have any unique historical items with a surprising story, or does this make you want to start looking through your own attic for hidden treasures?